Hey, hey, long time no see, Facebook. It is Ashley and Amber, and you might be thinking, who's this other dude down yonder way? Joe is joining us for this comeback episode of the Weekly Drip. It's not Wednesday at 4 o'clock, you guys. It is Wednesday at 7:30. We're going to be hitting it for the rest of this year at 7:30. I thought we would call it Weekly Drip After Dark, but it's not even like dark yet. So I don't think that works.
Soon.
Yes. Come November, though, it will be Weekly Drip After Dark. So I'm Ashley. This is Amber. We get together every single week and jam on what's happening in Dripping Springs. And we thought it'd be appropriate to have a conversation about some things that happened over the summer while we were on hiatus. I know, like everyone else, we couldn't help but be glued to the news rolling in over 4th of July weekend, and we saw our local area impacted by some serious devastation. Here in a second, I'm going to step back and let Amber lead the conversation with our friend Joe here about what they have been up to and about flood relief efforts that have been happening in Central Texas. It's not a new and shiny issue anymore. This was 6 weeks ago, but there are still things that need to be tended to and taken care of. There are still people who haven't gotten back into their homes. There's still a little girl missing from Camp Mystic. She's never been found. So we thought we would kick off, of course, with a welcome back, but talking about something that affects us locally as well. So Joe, thanks for hanging out.
You're
Amber,
welcome.
take it away.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Thank you everyone for joining us as we return back to the Weekly Drip. We missed y'all over the summer. We hope you all had a wonderful summer and enjoying your families. But we've got some stuff to talk about. It's been a bit of a wild summer. I'm sure everyone has heard about what happened on the 4th of July, whether you were here or not. That's something that really, if you don't think that it affects you, you're wrong. Everyone has been affected in one way or another. And this community has just it's been really incredible what I have been able to bear witness to personally, as well as what I have been able to see other people doing to jump up, step in, and do something to make a difference in those lives that have been affected, forever. So we really wanted to talk about that. We wanted to talk about what's going on over at 12 Fox and what's going on with fireside chats. And we just really felt like Joe was a wonderful person to talk to about some of the things going on, because not only has he been working on things, but he's still working on things. So thank you so much for joining us, Joe. It's always a pleasure talking with you and hanging out with you and getting to do work with you.
Yeah. You actually were there. You were sweating with me for several days. So yeah, thank you for that and bringing your people and letting everybody know what we're doing out here.
You are so welcome.
So yeah, like you said, it was kind of a turmoil summer. It really affected us because that's where Stacy's from. She was born in Fredericksburg, but that was just because that was the closest hospital when she lived in Comfort. So she grew up in Comfort, Center Point, that area, has family there, tons of family and friends. And so for us, it was very near and dear to us. We know a lot of people that, lost things. Fortunately for us, our family's whole and intact. But there's so many others that weren't. And that's what the call came for. That waking up that morning of the 4th, I was also pondering as a business owner, because we always do a really big 4th of July at 12 Fox. So, I was sitting there going, okay, the storm's been going all night. I'm going to have to cancel this stuff, and I've got all this business stuff going in my head while I grab my tea and, start my morning to then, turn on the news and look at your phone or anywhere. It was everywhere. And you're going, oh, wow. So, fireworks aren't as important as I thought. Right? Like kind of one of those things. And then I got a call from a good friend of mine, Ray Sanchez, who's a part of our fireside chats. And he goes, "Hey, Joe, I know it's early, but I want to leave you this message. I think we should do something. What do you think? What can we do?" And so that kind of kicked off the conversation early in the morning. And then Stacy and I, sat down and talked about, okay, what can we do? Like, what do we have the ability to do? And my first thought was we need to get equipment and stuff to the people, right? Like there are going to be no power, no water, none of that stuff. So how do we take care of thousands of people who've been affected and don't have those things? So we just put the call out on 12 Fox and said, hey, bring your stuff to us and we will find a way to get it down there. Become a donation center and just ask the community to start bringing us, waters and trash bags, cleanups, all the stuff that you're going to need, chainsaws, gas, oil. And I'm going to tell you, this community came through big time. Amber, you saw the piles, like how much stuff was there. The community, within days, my back shed was full of stuff that I needed to process. So we found a couple people to help, the storage container people. Tina's been amazing. We have 3 of them right now from her. We're also working deals to get them downrange, is what I call it, just to get it to people who've been affected. I think they've set 4 or 5 of them for us.
The storage unit, the storage company, right off of 290 towards Henley, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That's it.
What's the name of that storage company? I'd love to give them a shout out as well.
I know I'm blanking. My brain's going like this in the background.
That's okay. We will get it posted in the comments. We're gonna figure that out.
We put the man live on the internet.
Yes.
Now we're quizzing him.
Yeah, get in and start typing.
Right now. That I did. One of the families that I have been volunteering with, we did go out to one of those storage units, and we were able to pick up some furniture to take out to them. So I can personally attest to the fact that those materials are making it out to families that need them, to people who need them right now.
So yes, it's been amazing. We've sent out over 40 trucks now. I think that first week we collected all weekend, and then that Tuesday we had a convoy go down. We had 6 or 8 trucks. 2 of them had big, huge trailers. And I actually met other people when we arrived in Center Point. They had taken the school and basically just taken over the gym and everything that's there. It's not a very big school. It's maybe a 2A. So it's a really tiny town. And when we drove up, it was kind of chaos. And we found the lady that was in charge because we had asked our cousins. And so they gave us a direct link to who we needed to talk to. Got a direct line to the fire chief and everybody that was there because it's all volunteers. And we ended up dropping all 8 of those. Making the contacts with the fire department was really crucial because then after that, that next weekend, we started sending crews downrange to just, anywhere between 10 and 50 people with chainsaws and gloves just ready to go to work. So we linked up with some ranchers in the Comfort, Kerrville, Center Point area. And one of our guys, Dusty, he has Dynamo Dusty's tree service.
Yes.
And so he was like, hey, this is what we do. Like, we're going to go. And so we sent him down. We hooked him up with a cousin so he could stay for free. And they pretty much got put in charge of a big portion of the river because they actually knew what they were doing. So he said the next thing he knew, he had, not only his crew of 10, but he had about 50 people attached to him. And he was kind of running this big, search and rescue still. So we got them, and we got the contacts is what I'm trying to get at. And from then, we just kept it up. Like, we had so much stuff, even though we took everything we had, like we loaded up every single item we had, took it there. And by the time we got back at the end of the day on a Tuesday, half my shed was full again. So I was like, wow, the community's, they're going to keep this coming. We also were really lucky. I had a couple people. Aaron's one of them. He owns or started Troops Direct, if you know that company, or troops.org. But he started something similar to this. I think it was 6 to 8 years ago, and trying to get basic things that we enjoy here in America every day, that when you're deployed you don't get those items, right? So it was just trying to give comfort items to our soldiers when they're deployed, that then turned into some national disaster relief, because it's just been kind of crazy the last few years. So he saw one of my videos and emailed and called us, and the next thing I knew, I had a semi truck of Prime drinks and a semi truck of gloves, and I had 2 truckloads of chips. And I mean, there was so much stuff coming in. It was like a shipping center. I had to go borrow a Bobcat just to move pallets and stuff. So all of a sudden I became this hub, and thankfully a bunch of people in the 12 Fox community and in my Fireside Chats community stepped up. I have to put the first one out to, if anybody knows Judge Burns here in town, our local magistrate. He is an amazing gentleman. He's really stepped up to help and guide, not only give us our wisdom behind the scenes, but he's been running. This guy's 70 something years old. I'm sorry, Judge, but he's 70, and he goes out every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, most of the time Saturday, Sunday, but he's out there running crews of 10 to 50 to 100 people every weekend.
That's amazing.
And what I'd love to really applaud, and my intention was to let Amber lead, but we all know my type A personality. When something happens, like right at first, right, everybody and their mom shows up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But life comes back, and school just started, and we get busy with that, and we get busy with this. But what I've noticed with a handful of people, specifically Judge Burns, is that man has no quit in him.
He's the Energizer Bunny.
Yes, he is again and again and again, relentless. And I just so admire that quality about him. I'm sorry I interrupted, but I was like, he didn't just, show up a handful of times. He is still working like a dog, and he has other things he could be doing, but this is where he is led to be, which I just think is so incredible.
We had our little meeting on Monday, and he was like, I haven't been to my ranch all month.
Oh my goodness. So Joe, what is it that you are up to right now? What are you doing right now?
So right now we still are sending crews. So Judge has been running the crews in Sandy Creek. It's a little bit easier for us to get there. It's say an hour and 20 minutes or so instead of 2.5+ hours to Kerrville or Comfort. So he has, like Miss Ashley just said, he's been killing it. Like literally he probably gets 200 text messages a day, just organizing all the stuff, because he's not a Facebook guy like I'm doing right now, but this is my job. My job is to get the word out so that we can connect it with him. And then in that same area, we found another lady, Jennifer Lynn, who was just on watching us. And she is boots on the ground, and that girl doesn't take no for any answer. She reminds me a whole lot of both of you ladies. She is a take charge lady, and she is a no shit, no bullshit. It's going to happen. So she has found us people on the ground that we can actually go and help. Basically are kind of trying to adopt a whole street right now of these elderly people. And They did get help at first. The crews came in and, you know, started trying to clean up. There were a few of them that kind of fought back because, you know, someone's trash is another one's treasure, right? So they got a little bit snippy and they kind of kicked out some of the help, and it was like, you know, some of that stuff you're throwing away is personal. So,
Right.
So they kind of slowed the roll down on getting help, which meant help went other areas.
I feel like that has to be such a tricky balance, right? Because this is water, and then you have mold, which is a health hazard, and it's very dangerous. But damn, it's their stuff, their whole lifetime of things, and just like boom, overnight, gone. And in some ways, like, gosh, I almost even hesitate to say this on the internet where it's recorded forever. And in some ways, I look at a disaster like fire, and it's like, boom, it's just gone. But with a flood, you have to look at it. You have to clean it up. And it's like you have to deal with that loss again and again and again. And it is absolutely heartbreaking that our Texas natural disaster, we got the floods here, you know. This is it.
And one after another. It was wild how many we got. So, Joe, you do still have crews that are going out. So that's some way that people can jump in if they still want to. Are you still taking any kind of donations?
We are. We're being very specific with the donations. So what we're doing is, like, when we go into this person's property or house now, it's okay. What are the projects we're allowed to do? Because I don't want to get into the like you do, Amber. I don't want any part of the mold. I don't want to deal with, you know, possibly getting somebody that volunteered sick. I am a home builder, but I don't want the responsibility if, you know, I build somebody's porch and it falls down, then they come back, you know, on my
liability
fireside chats or something. So we're being a little bit picky on what we can do. Now, cleanup can happen anywhere. We can do tons of cleanup. We have lots of chainsaws. We still ask for any volunteers in town that have bobcats or excavators. This is going to go on for months trying to clean up all these trees. And we've got the connections. Like I said, Jennifer got us connected directly with the fire chief in town. And so when she calls and we're on a project, she gives an address and says, you know, Fireside Chats is here. They're doing the work. Okay, boom, you have an instant 2-day burn permit. Like that's the connections I'm talking about. She's the boots on the ground that actually makes shit happen and gives us the direction of, hey, talk to this person, they're needing this. And so then we go talk to them, and you know, the next project's going to be, I'm trying to rebuild this person's garden in an area. So then we're going to say, hey, we need some lumber, we need, you know, nails, whatever that project needs. We'll post it, and we're saying this project is going to go to this person at this house, because we want to show directly. When, you know, Home Depot's been great. They've donated thousands of dollars of stuff to us. Like, you know, I want the people in this town to be able to see, hey, I donated this wheelchair, I donated this thing,
to see where it's going,
and it showed up somewhere, right? And they see it go to this. You know, we delivered a whole trailer full of walkers and wheelchairs to Kerrville because the old folks' home, you know, it got ransacked, so they didn't have them, and they still need them, but you know, I want people to see it so that they see that, hey, it went there, they got it, and they did something with it. Right.
And Joe, where is the best place for our community to find those lists of needs, whether it's monetary needs, donations to Fireside Chats? I know we can donate there directly. Where's the best place to find that?
Right now,
where's the best place to find out where people can step in and help?
All that's going through the 12 Fox website and social media stuff right now.
Perfect. And I'm trying to get that reposted to the Heart of Drip, which is a newer Facebook page that I made specifically for charity and volunteer efforts. Whether you need something or you have something, that's a great place to post it. So I'm trying to keep those. Every time I see 12 Fox share it, I'm sharing it over there too.
Yeah, if you see it, if you see me post it or Amber repost it or Ashley repost, whoever, you know, just keep sharing it, because that's, you know, everybody knows the back end of the internet, how it works now. It needs comments and it needs shares. so people see
It
it.
reminds me of the old adage, like at the airport, see something, say something.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
yeah, see something, say something.
Needs met.
Yeah. So, and then I don't want to forget, I've got a young lady, Stephanie Reed, that is also helping me, and she's helping on the management of all the stuff. She came up and volunteered. She has some free time and didn't really know what she was signing up for. I asked her several times, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" And she goes, "No, I really want to help, and I'm in for the long haul. I don't want to quit in 2 weeks. Like, I want to see this through for whatever length you're going." So when she stepped in, I was right in the middle of receiving all of those crazy donations and the massive trucks and all that stuff. So she was my backside. She was the one who helped us organize it, get it in the Connexes, inventory things, and she does the weekly calling now. So she'll call out to Centerpoint, Comfort. I think she has a list of 30 or 40 fire station and drop points that she calls, asking, specifically, what do you need? Because, I don't want to, it's happened where I showed up at a drop site, say a week or two later, and I see, that whole pallet of prime drinks or whatever I brought is still just kind of sitting there. So we're very specific on where we're taking and what we're taking the stuff now. And we're, like I said, we're trying to do this. It's going to be two portions where one, we're attacking the trees and we're still cutting and we're still trying to clean all the stuff in just the basic creek beds. And then on the other hand, we need to be able to do that tree work because it's going to take a week or two for me to get with the homeowner, get a list of materials to, do the next project. And then we'll put it out. Hey, on this weekend, we're going to, I'm not going to release an address, but we're going to go to this person's house and this is what we're going to do. If you want to be part of that, sign up.
Can I ask you a favor?
Yeah.
Because this is something that I have been asked over and over and over again, and I completely understand why. When I came out, I brought my little boy with me, and he's 10. And I know that there's a lot of people that are wanting to do something and have their kids be involved, and I 100% support that. I think that it's great. I think that it's important for our kids to see what is going on and to grow up knowing what it means to love thy neighbor and take care of each other. And when somebody needs something, like, we show up and we do that. Can you make sure if there is a space or something that's going on with you, can you make it super, super clear that it's something that kids can be involved with?
Okay.
Like, I know when we're when we were unloading and reloading all of the stuff there at 12 Fox, I brought my son to that, and that was perfect. Excuse me. And just having those opportunities for people to bring their kids in. And like anything, it's also parent discretion. I know that if you feel like your kid is going to be under your feet the whole time, probably not great situation. But if you know that your kid is responsible and is capable of helping, I mean, we had littles at 12 Fox that were helping break down trash.
Yeah, it was really cute. I mean, I even made videos, like, it was a total family thing. I think we had 4 years old all the way, to 20. We had kids of all ages.
All ages. But I would love to see more attention when there is something that people can get their kids involved.
So I'll say this with our tree cleanup crew and Judge, I've
makes sense.
Yeah, I've seen kids there. Like, I don't mind kids are there. More teenage kids. I don't think littles would be good there. But it's that hard work. It's sweat labor. It's 100 degrees on the weekend, and when you come out of that creek bed, not only is your shirt sweaty, but like your jeans are soaked. That's how much you're sweating. This is not glamorous work in any way, and these men and women are showing up, and they still show up every week. They're asking, where do we go? Because say Ashley's free this weekend and she can volunteer, but the two of us can't. but next weekend I can, and then the next weekend you can. So, you know, as you said earlier, Ashley, about, you know, you really want to get in there, and for a few weeks it's very heavy, and then life comes back, and then school starts, and you got to do all the adulting and all the stuff that you don't want to do, but has to be done. So we just want to make sure that everybody knows that Fireside Chats is still going to be doing this. We still have stuff to send out to people. I have, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of gloves from Mechanics.
Forever gloves.
Yeah, I have gloves to ship out for days. But, you know, I'll find a place to get it to them. But Fireside Chats is trying to give back. This is what the mission is with my group. You know, it's not going to be a group that just sits here and takes from the community. Yes, the donations are coming in. It's awesome. You can find all that stuff on the social media and the websites. But we also want to give back to the community, right? And being engaged with the community and having a project and giving back is what's good for the soul. And
I honestly, I think you saying that is just a testament to the type of person that you are, and just further proof of why you won your award most recently for Dripping Springs Hero. I think that really we could all be more like you, Joe. So thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for all that you are doing and you continue to do. Thank you for Fireside Chats. Thank you for helping our veterans. Thank you for supporting our community endlessly. We're so appreciative for you to be with us here today, and for all of the things that you do and all of the things that you're going to do, because I know you're not done here.
I'm not. I gotta have one last throw out though, because Stacy, thank you. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for always supporting me. Thank you for making me a better man. I love you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for our first episode back of the Weekly Drip. We're so happy to be back together, just loving on our community, loving on our people, and supporting those around us. We look forward to seeing you every Wednesday at our new time, 7:30.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you all. Much love. We'll see y'all soon.
Bye, guys.